Touch on my body feel like ecstasy. No other person, only you I see. My daily dose of the vitamin C. See, now only you I need. Love of the bed every time that it goes down. I feel the love, why I don't need no closure. You feeling down, baby, come let me hold ya. Would you come let me hold ya? Love of the bed every time that it goes down. I feel the love, why I don't need no closure. You feeling down, baby, come let me hold ya. Would you come let me hold ya? Tú me encantas, a ti yo te rezo mi santa. Nadie habla como bailar, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. No, 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 es que tú me encantas, a ti yo te rezo mi santa. Nadie habla como bailar, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. Castígala, dale lo que pide. Estamos en la zona que nada se prohíbe. Dale duro pa' que nunca se olvide. Castígala, castígala. Me envió una foto por texto que me espera sin nada puesto. Ok, baby, escucha el concepto. Tú miras con las nalgas para y las manos cruzadas que parezca un arresto. Ese toto me hizo un himno, sí. Mis pensamientos de ti están compuestos cuando repetimos la dosis. Esto es sin dejarnos ver. A ti ninguna te puede frontear porque nunca la dejas caer. Dime cuándo nos vamos a encontrar. Como viste te quiero romper. Todavía no me voy a acostar. Pa' esperar que me tire al cielo. Vamos a tener sexo. En el cuarto cae un diluvio. Otra vez te viene. Cada vez más yo te estudio. Hasta que salga el sol me quedo pa' darte lo tuyo. Los dos bien bellacos, calentamos más que un julio. Castígala, dale lo que pide. Estamos en la zona que nada se prohíbe. Dale duro pa' que nunca se olvide. Castígala, castígala. La nota explota. Yo no sé qué pasaba, tuve que agarrarme de ti fuerte. Hasta donde llegaba, sorry. Tuve la nota por la noche, pero yo no me quitaba, sorry. Si yo nunca me envuelvo, pero tú estás complicada. Todo está bien, no te tienes que expresar. Y yo sola no te dejaré. Fue chula la primera vez que la vi. Me enamoré cuando con ella bailé. Desde hace rato se quería pegar. Puse de espalda contra la pared. Y si yo bajo, sabes que le haré. Tú quieres, mami. Se le abren los ojos. La miro y se relambe. El pinta labios rojo. Esa cintura suelta. Baby, si yo te cojo, te subo a la altura. Tú dime y te recojo. Ella a manejar me dejó. Siempre se va a sentir cuando un lugar llegue yo. Yo estaba coronando desde que era menor. Por foto se ve bien, pero de frente mejor. Se dio un par de copas de más. Del pino tinto me pidió pausa cuando iba por el quinto. Le di una vuelta por el barrio con la quinco. Ellos cuando me ven de frente quedan trincos. Sola la hace, sola la paga. De otra la que te se apaga. Estoy llamando mi atención porque quiere que le haga. Tú quieres, mami. Se le abren los ojos. La mano se relambe. El pinta labios rojo. Esa cintura suelta. Baby, si yo te cojo, te subo a la altura. Tú dime y te recojo. Esa falda chiquitita, ay qué bonita te queda. Yo la veía todos los días, ahora es cuando se pueda. Y de la uni yo la saco hasta donde se pueda. Y las demás que sigan envidiando, por eso no prosperan. Ese culo pone a las demás inseguras. Ella a mí me desconfigura. Yo. La calle y la finura. Cuando quiere no disimula. El papá a la calle se bebe y se fuma. Quiero un tipo que la presuma. Su burri heavy, güey, el jacuzzi con espuma. Chingando, escuchando a Peso Pluma. Esa falda chiquitita, ay qué bonita te queda. Yo la veía todos los días.
All right, yo. What's good? What's good? Let me know if you guys can hear me real quick. USA I don't know how to say your name. USA Dreadnought. America, happy Independence Day for USA folks. 250th. The big 250. America's birthday. How you guys feeling? I know it's late. We're kicking things off. Little game plan for the week coming, or I mean the week's coming. Actually, the next 2 months, not even, well, weeks. Yeah, weeks, next 2 months, next 60 days. Yeah, I don't have my microphone, so I'm just using the regular laptop audio here. Let me know how the sound is. I don't have my microphone right now. Hopefully the sounds, I don't know if it's as crisp, but let me know if the sound's good. Type in the chat. Smash the like button before we get started. It's lunch. Yeah, for some people it's lunch. For some people it's midnight, 1 a.m. It's 11 p.m. We're at 11, quarter past. A little bit past 11 o'clock for me here. I got some chicken. I got some chicken here. Look at that thing. Look at that. All right. I got some chicken, guys. I just ate a little wing there. That was actually a good wing, yo. It had good piece on it, yo. Got some chicken there. 5 a.m. UK. It's lunchtime, so breakfast. All right, but next 60 days are going to be really, really cool. I lost my voice yesterday because I was at a soccer game. I can't even, I can talk, but I lost my voice. I was screaming at the soccer game last night. Here, and I'm in Colombia right now, and I was watching the Colombia game with all the locals here downtown, and yeah, I was screaming too much. I shouldn't have been. Damn, man. I literally lost my voice. I was literally screaming way too much. I shouldn't have been as excited as I was, man. I regret that. Because now my voice is shot right now. It's like butchered. You're having Osmo's shawarma? Dude, I had that. I had that place once in my life. And the first bite I took was a bone. I had the rice. I got chicken on the rocks. And bro, I bite into a bone and everything, and I threw it out. I was like, nah, man. Nah. I had a bad experience with Osmo's shawarma. Apparently, everyone says it's fire, but nah, I don't know. No, I had a really bad experience with it. Me and my boy Christian, we once went to that place, and both of us had the same experience together. We ended up throwing our food out. That's probably the worst shawarma I've ever had. You have to order Wana's shawarma. W-A-N-S. W-A-N-S shawarma. I think it's Wana's shawarma. W-A-N-S shawarma. I had a bad experience with that place. But yo, we're kicking things off going into the summertime. It's July, August. So we got summertime coming up. Don't mind my voice. It's actually really messed up right now. Damn, yo, yeah, I had a bad experience with that shawarma. But yo, XAUSD live trading sessions. That's the game plan. The next 60 days. Would it be 60 days? About 60 days. We're going to do it until September. We're going to do it every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day until September. So starting tomorrow. I know the market's closed right now, obviously. But I wanted to give some of you guys a quick little game plan. Some quick little insights, some quick little mindset before we roll out this roadmap for the next 2 months. I bet in the next 2 months, there's some of you guys that are going to come on every single session. Those of you guys that are here every day live. I'm going to be live twice. London session and New York session every single day. There's going to be a lot to learn. I can guarantee you, if you actually show up consistently, if you're here consistently. You don't just come here 1 week and then you're like, I'm done. If you actually come here consistently every week, every day, you'll learn more in the next 60 days than you probably have in the last 6 months or 6 years if you've been trading for 6 years. I was going to say you'll learn more in the next 60 days than you have in the last 6 years, but some of you guys might have not been trading for 6 years. So type in the chat how long some of you guys have been trading for. For me, I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm locked in. Make sure you guys show up. Make sure you guys show some love. Smash the like button here on the stream. It's going to be a good 60 days. I'm saying 60 days because that's like 2 months, right? July, August, right? Until September. So about 2 months, 60 days. And we're going to be ripping it and rolling it out, guys. I can guarantee you guys in the next 60 days, you're going to learn more than you have in 1.5 years or 3.5 years or 5 years or whatever, 2 years or 6 months. Hit my personal record. Christian hit his personal record. Yo, we had another student. We had a few students who have been hitting personal records. Crazy to say. We actually had a student. I interviewed them today. I don't know if you guys saw. I posted that in Telegram. I actually interviewed someone today that's inside the inner circle. It was 30 minutes long. I reached out to them because I saw their results, and I said, let's jump on a call, and they didn't hesitate to jump on the call with me. And yeah, this is one of the students, actually. They had a huge week last week, actually. Crazy week. He's actually older than me. He's a business owner too, entrepreneur. It was an interesting talk we had. It was 30 minutes. I recorded the whole thing. I'm going to post the whole video on Wednesday. I'm going to post the whole entire video on YouTube. Here he is, actually, right here 3 days ago. This is the guy. I just interviewed him today. I put like a little video in Telegram earlier today about his experience. He made $22,000 last week. He was actually up $20,000 and he ended up finishing $22,000 on the week. $22,000 on the week, closed gold positions. He had an exceptional week. Last week he made $22,000. The week before that, he made $9,000. So 2 weeks ago was his personal record. He just broke his personal record last week. Pretty crazy when you think about it, the potential in trading. When you have the right psychology. I interviewed him today and he said a lot of things. And he said it's just all about the psychology that he learned in here. He's been in the inner circle for 6 months and he's been trading for 2 years. He joined the inner circle like in December, January. He said he made enough money trading 1 month following me, and then he ended up joining the inner circle. All he said, he didn't say it was from signals. He said it was from coming on the live streams. He said, I come on every live stream, every single one. If I miss it, I rewatch the recording as fast as I can. That's what he said. I asked him, how did you do it? He said, I just come on the streams and I follow the strategy. When I see a rejection candle, I enter at the whole number, at the key levels. And he says, I just come on every stream and I listen to what you say and I apply it. He even said, he's not a know-it-all. Some of you guys probably know more information than him, to be honest. Some of you guys probably know more information than me, to be honest, about like stuff that I don't even use, stuff that you don't even need to use. Like he was saying, I don't know what fair value gaps are. I don't know what smart money concepts are. I don't know what SMC is, all that smart money stuff. He said, I know this amount of stuff. He says, this is what I know. I use it. That's the point of everything that I teach. Like some of you guys think there's more and more you need to learn. There isn't. There isn't more strategies you really need in trading. You don't need 10 strategies. You don't need more hours studying. You need structure. You need to apply yourself correctly with discipline. That's where trading comes down to. 90% of it is psychological. I would say 80 to 90% is psychological, whereas maybe 10 to 20% of it is really technical. Most people spend 100% of their time on the technical stuff. So they know everything about trading, but their psychology is not there. Their discipline isn't there. Their structure, their risk management. Most people spend 100% of the time on the wrong things. So progress isn't studying more videos. Progress isn't like learning more strategies. You have to apply yourself. This person is proof. This is literally proof that if you just show up, you can get results. It's not about signals, because I have students who don't come on my sessions. They wait for me to send a signal. There's a difference. You're missing 80% of the information. This person's getting all the information because they're coming on the sessions. They're here every day. He even said to me, I asked him, like, you can listen. There's a little part. I literally asked him how he did it. And I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. He made $22,000 last week. Understand, guys, I used to work 50 hours a week and I would make $18,000 a year. I used to make $18,000 to $22,000 a year, Canadian dollars, not US dollars. I'm talking about Canadian dollars. So like 15,000 US dollars a year, maybe 17,000 USD a year. I used to make, in a year, this person made more money in a week than the average person makes in an entire year. You just showed up to the sessions, that's it.
Yeah, just show up. I just do it. If it goes up, okay, you know, I take a profit, I lock in profits, and I will let some runners go.
People are going to expect,
like I said,
XAB, the math. People are going to expect a more complicated answer than that. You just showed up. Honestly, I asked him, and he just said, I just come on the sessions. I was like, that's it. He just has his psychology down. He's not an emotional trader. He's not a FOMO trader. If he grows an account and he loses a trade, he doesn't try to make the money back right away when he lost a trade. He leaves it at that. That's what he said. So it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep too. Most people can grow an account, but when it comes down to growing an account, you could grow an account. But then once you lose that first trade, if you're on a win streak, you're going to be emotional. You're going to try to make that money back. And then if you lose a second trade, that's the problem a lot of people have when they grow an account. They grow an account and they lose a trade and they try to make that money back. And then they lose another trade and then they spiral. I've seen people blow accounts in one day that they grew for 3 months. They grew for 4 months because of one day, because they lost one trade and they wanted to make the money back on that one trade that they lost. That's not trading, right? That's not trading. That's gambling. That's more emotional trading, right? So 22,000 in a week. This shows you the power of trading, guys. Some of you guys still don't believe this stuff's possible. I have students who are doing this every week, every month, here and there. We have 2 students who smashed personal records last week. One of them made $20,000. Understand, like, time is an illusion. If you have a skill set, if you actually build the skill set, time becomes an illusion at that point. What is time? Some people don't even make this an entire year, working every single day for a job that they don't even like going to in the first place, that they hate, right? That's the power of an actual skill set. When you gain the skill set, when you gain the knowledge, right? I've had students who have been able to do this all year. Like, the amount of times we've seen results like this has blown my mind, right? Not from just one person. I'm not just highlighting one person here. There's been plenty of streams where I've highlighted this kind of stuff, right? This person showed up. They've watched the videos, like the classroom. We have a classroom here. He's watched the videos. He's tuned into the live stream. He even said he's not that dependent. He said, I'm independent. He's like, I'm independent on myself now. I don't like signals. Yeah, like, he's like, I like that you send the signals. But he was like, I've learned enough to be independent. In 6 months, he has learned enough to be independent. He doesn't need me so much anymore. Imagine that. Because he actually shows up and he put the work in. He put in the work more than 60% of the people inside of my community do. He shows up every day. Every day. That's why he gets these results, right? So, I mean, the first step of success is really just showing up. Like, if you want to be successful in any avenue of life, any industry, any business, you got to show up consistently. And that's what I learned from this person. As they showed up. Yeah, we have another person who hit a personal record last week as well, right? We got a newbie here. That's good. 3 months. 3 months is good. 3 months. We got some new traders. That's good. So it's just about showing up, right? He's been trading 2 years now. He said, like, the whole interview is going to come out. It was a 30-minute interview. He talked about, like, his first year, what he did in the beginning. So I'm going to post that on YouTube for you guys this week on Wednesday. So you can get maybe more understanding of that. Here he is 16 days ago. There he is 16 days ago. He made that $6,800. He ended up finishing like $9,000 that 1 week. But then last week, $20,000. There he is. Yeah, there. Oh, wait. Yeah, right there. This person went from $100 to $450 in 1 day. I mean, if you understand the movement and the journey of gold, if you understand the movement, what is this? Bye, Charlie. Who's Charlie? What? Charlie? What? So yeah, new personal record for him. 2 years into trading. I'm going to tell you guys, for me to have a 20,000, it took me like 4 years to have like a week like that, or a month even like that. Even a month like that. That didn't happen in my first 2 years. It took me like 2 years to have my first like $1,000 day. Took me like 2-3 years to develop like $1,000 days, multiple $1,000 months, and then I remember having my first $10,000 day and everything changed for me. This shows you the power of the skill set when you really lock in. You keep things simple. You focus on one thing. Most traders haven't focused on one thing long enough to actually get good at it. Traders will get into the market, learn a strategy, trade it. Once they lose with that strategy, they jump to another strategy. And then after 6 months, a year of trading, you know so many strategies. You know 10 different strategies, and you haven't sat with one long enough to understand losing is normal in any strategy. It doesn't matter what strategy you have. You could have the 100% win rate strategy, the 90% win rate strategy, the best strategy in the world. You're going to lose trades still. So that's what most people don't understand when they get into trading. They get a strategy, they learn the strategy, they take some trades, they win some. But what happens when you hit that first losing streak, or you lose 2 trades, or you lose a trade? This strategy sucks. I got to find a better strategy. And then that continues. That's why most people have been trading for 4, 5, 6 years, 3, 4 years, and haven't had any breakthroughs, haven't had any progress, because they jump around from strategy to strategy to strategy. So that's pretty crazy. Pretty proud of him. $20,000 in a week. That's impressive numbers. Because again, I know people who have to literally work every single day, literally 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, and don't even make that in a year. An entire year. He did this in 1 week. He made someone's yearly salary in literally 1 week. That shows you, again, I like to say time is an illusion. I like to say, like, time is like an illusion to like what is time? You know, some people trade their time for a paycheck, right? 40-hour work weeks, 50-hour work weeks, but the skill set, that's something different, right? The skill set. So next week is going to be, well, starting literally in like 24 hours from now. Time is like 12:30, about 24, maybe a bit over 24 hours from now. We're going to be like doing London session. I'm going to be hopping on London and New York. All right. So just stay consistent on the sessions, guys, because some of you guys are waiting for me to drop a signal as if that's going to make your whole trading career. It's not. You're missing 90% of the information if you're just waiting for me to send a signal every day or every week. If you're not coming on the sessions, you're missing so much valuable information that could change your trading in 1 week, like this person. Again, they've been trading for 2 years. They had no results, no profit, nothing. Blowing accounts, same thing as you guys. Joined the inner circle 6 months ago. Everything changed. Why? Not because they were waiting for the signals. Not because they were waiting for me to text them like, yo, do this. You gotta get gold buy right now. No, because they just showed up and put the work in, right? That's what it is. So if you're trying to have weeks like this, make sure you guys show up consistently. It's possible. Again, like I said, full interview is going to be out on Wednesday. Wednesday, it'll be a good interview, good little thing for you guys to learn from. And it's cool. It's cool. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Obviously, markets are closed right now, so there's not really, we're not going to go over analysis or anything right now. Crypto had a nice little bounce on crypto. Yeah, the thing about crypto right now is everybody's waiting for Bitcoin to drop more. Everybody wants to catch that last little, I would say like with where Bitcoin's been at, everybody wants that last little like downside of Bitcoin. Like everybody wants it to go down, right? And wants to catch like that, 50K, 40K, 30K, but with where Bitcoin's at right now, like it has like upside, like the upside potential, whether it goes down or not. Like what if it doesn't go down to 40K, 50K, 30K? Like what if it doesn't go down there? What if it does? Like you're looking at like this much room to go down versus like how much it's going to go up long term, right? Whether it goes down or not, it's going to go up long term. The upside has more potential than the downside at this point for every crypto is one thing you got to understand. I was saying that about everything the other week. I was saying that about like Solana. When Solana was at like $60, I was saying that. When Solana was at 60, and some other coins like in the 60s, right? Solana was in the 60s. I was saying like Solana, yeah, I could go to $50. Yeah, I could go to $40, but that downside is so minimal compared to the upside now with where we're at in crypto. The downside, yeah, anything can go down, sure. But the upside, and I was saying this for the last weeks. I've been saying this for weeks. You'll know I was saying this if you come on the sessions. I haven't said this once. I haven't said this twice. I haven't said this 3 times. I haven't said this 4 times. I've said this every single session for the last few weeks. So if this is your first time hearing me talk about this, you're missing out. You're missing out on the information that's talked about weeks ago, because I genuinely talk about the same things over and over and over again. And what most people don't realize is that's how you build consistency. Is you do the same thing over and over and over again. So many people are looking for something new. It's like, I need a new system. I need a new strategy. No, you don't. You don't need another strategy at all. You have enough. I guarantee you guys, some of you guys probably know more strategies than me. I guarantee it. You don't need another one. You have enough strategies already. In your head, you know enough strategies to be profitable already. You don't need more. There's not a strategy you're missing out there. There's not a system. There's not a concept. There's not a theory you don't know. Most of you guys know everything out there. You're not missing information. You're missing psychology and structure, okay? So remember that, because like I teach the same things over and over and over again, right? So like the upside potential, like everyone's worried about, oh, is crypto going to go down? Oh, is crypto going to go down? Oh, where are we going to go? Who cares if we go down or not? At this point, your upside potential is bigger than how much it can go down. It's not like Bitcoin's not going to go to 20K. It's not going to go to 10K. If you think it's going to go to 10, 20K, if you're going to wait for that, you're going to miss out. right? Like, you got to think like, yeah, okay, what if Solana goes to 40? Well, who cares? Buy it then. If it goes there, then buy it. If it goes to 50, then buy it. But the upside potential at this point is more than what's left to come if we go down more, right? If we get another crash, if we get one more, I would say extreme situation, or maybe like one more phase where we're just really bearish for a bit and then we start to accumulate, meet that bottom, right? Think about it, like we might have already, look what happened last phase with Solana, how it consolidated here and then it dumped because FTX collapsed and that was it. It ran up. Like Solana could literally be like right here in this phase right now, like in here, close to in here, right? From the looks of it, similar to how it did last bear market. So it's like, okay, am I going to miss out on all of this because I'm worried about, if it comes down to here? No, you don't want to. You don't want to think like that. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on buying at like good prices. Like Solana's at 80 now. It was just in the 60s. That's a $20 difference, right? It has a $20 price difference. So it's like, yeah, you could go down, but at the same time, the upside potential is much more. Ethereum, like, you could go, the upside potential has way more than how much more we could go down, right? So that's how I think, and that's longer term thinking. If you go down, buy more, right? But just keep thinking about the longer term picture. Everybody right now is like worried about like, is Bitcoin going to drop? Is Bitcoin going to drop? But they don't take advantage. Those same people don't take advantage of price when it comes down cheaper, when it comes down to these levels where it's like extreme fear, extreme sentiment. Bitcoin's literally like right here right now. This is where like Bitcoin's pretty much right now. Like Bitcoin is like right here. That's where Bitcoin is right now. Realistically. That's where we are right now with Bitcoin. So like we're literally at the same spot. It's the same spot. So it's like, imagine if you were buying here. You were buying like at some of the best points to be buying at. Yeah, price went down. Who cares? That can happen. Who cares? I'm not worried about that. I'm thinking longer term with where price is going to go and where price is. Because Bitcoin is literally right here. July 4th, 2022. It's going to bounce up until August, maybe dump down, maybe accumulate, maybe consolidate, maybe drop again. Who cares? I'm not predicting that short-term price action. I'm not predicting it's going to do this, it's going to come here. I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm thinking long-term because at this point, there's already enough indicators. There's already enough signals as to where we are and where we're going long-term. So it's like, imagine if you were here, right? Buying here. That would be like buying where we are pretty much like right now. Literally. You can wait, but again, like understand that waiting, you wait long enough, you might miss out on this. If you wait long enough, you might miss out on all of this. Okay? You might miss out on that because you're waiting for, all of this perfectly. Which yeah, is still some downside. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I'm like, okay, if it goes down, it goes down. Buy more. Because if it goes down, that means we're there. That means we know we go down one more time before September, or let's say before October. Like in the next couple months, we go down one more time. We know we're at the bottom then. We know we're right there. If we go down one more time, we get one more crazy crash. If Solana goes below $60, let's say if Solana goes below $60, $50, Ethereum goes back below 1,500, like 1,200, 1,300, 1,400. We know we're like there then, right? Because we're already like pretty much like getting there as time kind of just passes by. So it's like, yeah, you could be worried about, being right But sometimes it's good to be wrong early than right late. Let me explain what I'm talking about. I was buying like Ethereum here, here. I remember last year, if anybody remembers when I was buying Ethereum, it was a 6-figure trade. Literally was buying Ethereum in here. I made a video on that too. There's a video on my YouTube. Some of you guys were there for that experience. Some of you guys literally were there for that experience where I was talking about what I was doing. I think at that point we had like 200. We didn't have that many people in the inner circle. Wait, when was that? We might have had a couple hundred. Never mind. Yeah, that was in May. Or wait, that would have been closer to April, May. Okay, so it wasn't in the beginning of the inner circle, but it was maybe some months after. Like especially those of you guys that were in the inner circle at that time, you were there for that. Some of you guys were literally there for that experience. Made $133,000 on one trade with Ethereum. I was early, and I remember at the end of that, I was saying, it's good to be wrong early. It's okay to be wrong early at times. I'd rather be like wrong early. So there's a video. What the frick's wrong with my YouTube? I swear, this is weird. I remember talking about this, sharing this whole entire experience. This is a video, but bro, I talked about this live. Yo, what's going on? I have YouTube Premium. I'm so confused. Is it still on? I was going over all this stuff live. This isn't just a video you see me saying like, oh, I did this. No, like I was talking about this in my Discord, talking about everything, saying possible signs for Ethereum. Like, look what I was writing. I was saying possible signs for Ethereum. I was talking about how BlackRock's buying and stuff, like how the Ethereum upgrade was coming. So like personally, like I remember in there, I was really buying because I knew this thing was going to go up. I feel like we're getting really, really close to that again. I might be a little early, but again, like I think longer term, it won't look early a year from now or 2 years from now. Like in between a year, 2 from now, it won't look early. It will look like you got in early. Like when you're wrong early, it sucks in the moment, in the short term, but 8 months later, 12 months later, it looks like, damn, you got in early. The early was wrong in the beginning, but then long term, it looks like, damn, you got in at the best time. So it doesn't look that early long term in a sense of being wrong, right? When you start positioning at lower prices or start positioning in times of fear, okay? Because think about it, like when do you want to be buying? Do you want to be buying when it's extreme greed or when it's neutral or when it's greedy? Or do you want to be buying in extreme fear? What makes more sense to buy? When the market's greedy or at extreme greed? We haven't had extreme greed for a while. Where would you rather be buying the market, right? Remember, most people buy when it gets closer to like greedy, right? Neutral, greedy, pushing towards there. If you look, we've been in extreme fear. We were just in extreme fear. We're still in a fearful territory with the markets overall, right? We're in extreme fearful phase. And prices are low, right? A lot of prices were low with that being said. Most people think the opposite. So sometimes you got to like reverse engineer the market, right? Do I use leverage? Only in certain times I'll use leverage. Only in certain times. Not like, honestly, I was talking about shorting Bitcoin here on leverage and I didn't. And that would have, man, there was a session on Inner Circle I did here, and I was talking about shorting Bitcoin leverage, and I didn't. And I should have. I think leverage I like to use when it's like in the right phase, like when the market's really going up, when you can tell like everything's bullish, when the sentiment is like greedy or getting to extreme greed, when you're like in a bullish phase. So leverage I'll use here and there. Not too often. It's not like a frequent thing for me. Maybe if the positioning is good, if the positioning is really, really good, like now or over the next couple months is good positioning. Like now, or as I've been saying the last few weeks, right? I know Ethereum just hit like 1,800 today, but like the positioning now and the last few weeks and maybe over the next couple months is good positioning long term, I still think. But yeah, guys, so starting tomorrow, my voice is gone though, man. It's freaking, I'm in Colombia, it's cold out here. It's freaking cold too. The weather sucks here. To me, at least, to me. Everyone disagrees with me. I'm like, yo, this is, like, this weather's rough. I don't know. I lost my voice, yo. It's so annoying. I recorded so many videos, was talking so much, and then I was screaming at the soccer game. So annoying. Shouldn't have went to the soccer game. Yeah, starting tomorrow, London session. So tomorrow, London session, we're going to be live. I'm not going to go live when the market opens anymore. I'm just going to start London session, New York session. That's when I'm going to go live. As far as schedule, I'm going to be live London session open, New York session open. So if you're wondering when I'm going to be going live, it's going to be London session and New York session. So just prepare to see me live around London session open or around New York session open every day. It could be like 2 o'clock. Again, that's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. London session open, New York session, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I'm going to be going live. So prepare for that. It's going to be every single day. We're starting tomorrow when markets are open. So pretty much about 24, like I said, like 24 hours from now, we're pretty much going to be like live, looking at the markets, looking for trades, live trading. We're going to be doing live trading on gold. I'll be doing live signals, live trading, taking trades even with you guys, talking about things. And what we'll definitely be doing crypto talk. Crypto is something to pay attention to these next few months as we go in towards the end of the year. Make sure you guys are fully committed, fully locked in, all right? Bump, 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 bump. I hope you guys are ready. My voice is rough right now, so I don't have like so much energy. I wish I had more like energy. Yeah, and the ROI for ETH, like the thing about ETH is when it moves, it will move. It'll outperform Bitcoin. But no, the ROI for Bitcoin I think has been stronger. If you look at Bitcoin, it hit 126K, depending where you bought it. I mean, ETH, when there's bull phases, like when it's going strong, it'll outperform Bitcoin. So ETH this time around is going to most likely outperform Bitcoin. Ethereum this time around, everybody was expecting it to outperform Bitcoin last time and it didn't. Like we were expecting Ethereum to make a new all-time high and it didn't. Everyone was expecting that. It totally discouraged our expectancies, let's say. But no, I think this time around is when Ethereum's going to have more of an outperformance on Bitcoin. There's still companies, there's ETFs, companies, people holding Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, Ethereum. Still number 2. People are calling Ethereum a stable coin now. See, now Ethereum is, I remember, crazy when I think about it now. Ethereum was getting so much hate. So I had like 76 Ethereum then. I had the freaking dog whiff hat. For example, like at this time, Ethereum was getting so much hate. I remember this. Ethereum was like getting like, oh, it's like right now people are calling Ethereum a stable coin. Like it's getting called a stable coin now. It's like, I saw a post the other day. It was like, Ethereum's the largest stable coin now or something. I was like, oh man. Ethereum's getting a lot of that hate right now. And I remember when it was down here, bro, everybody was talking bad about Ethereum in this phase. Like, no, like, Ethereum's dead. I remember this guy who lived in my building. He was stupid. I'm like, this freaking guy, like, named Nino, bro. Like, apparently knows everything about crypto, bro. Like, idiot. Was like, oh yeah, Ethereum's the worst. It's gonna go to zero. I remember a guy who's like a crypto millionaire, not telling me here Ethereum's gonna go to zero. That's when I was like, I gotta fucking buy. I remember telling you guys that too. And I remember my gym trainer. I had a gym trainer at the time. I remember him saying, it's all going to zero. In my head, I'm like, these guys are stupid, yo. I gotta buy. Like, I'm gonna literally revert. I'm using what these guys like. These guys are saying this thing's going to zero. Meanwhile, there's ETFs coming out for it, upgrades coming for it, like so much activity happening on it, more activity than ever. And I remember these guys like saying it's going to zero. And I remember like seeing on Twitter, you'd go on like Twitter or x.com every day. And bro, you would literally see people talking so bad about Ethereum. Same thing right now. Everyone's talking bad about Ethereum because it's underperformed. If you look at Ethereum in the last years, it hasn't done shit, right? Like, it's gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up. It's had its phases. It's had its times where you could have made money, where you could have capitalized. The reason people don't make money in crypto is because they just hold everything forever. That's really it. Like, there's money to make in crypto. It's the fastest asset class in the world. Cryptocurrency. It is the fastest asset class in the world. So the money to be made can come quick. Most people just hold on to their bags, right? A lot of you guys that have been in crypto have probably been up on your portfolios and maybe you just never took profit. Me too. Oh man, if I were to tell you how much money I had last summer compared to now, you'd probably be like, oh fuck, I'm not that bad then. You'd probably be like, damn, yo. Like last summer compared to now, my crypto portfolio, insane difference. Huge difference. So, I mean, some of you guys are probably in a similar stance that I was a year ago. I was up. My crypto portfolio was up a lot. Didn't take full profit. Could have. Everyone gets in that situation pretty much in crypto, the majority. So there's always money to be made. Every cycle, every 4 years, every so often, there's been good money to make, moves to capitalize on. Because you got to remember, this is like the fastest asset class in the world. But yeah, next week, guys, get ready. Again, it's all about risk to reward, guys. It's not about how many trades you take. It's about taking the right trades, being patient. So one thing you guys are going to learn over these next 60 days is patience. Most traders don't have patience. And what I mean by patience, the ability to sit still and do nothing. The ability to want to be in a trade and not enter. The ability to wait for certain things to happen and then enter, right? It's not about taking a trade every single day. It's not about taking more trades. It's about positioning yourself correctly so you know your winning trades will make more than your losing trades, right? You want to risk less than you're going to make. You want to risk $500 to make $2,000 or $500 to make $1,500 or even $500 to make $1,000, right? But if you look for here, look at some of my losses, for example. So from the last month, I'm going to show you guys my last month of trading right here. This is my last month of trading right here. You can see the entire month. Last month from June until now. Okay? Now, I want you guys to go look at your trading history and maybe look at the difference. How many trades have you taken this month? So let me know. How many trades have you guys taken this in the last month? So since the beginning of June, I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 positions in the last month. Some of you guys take 12 positions in a week, and you wonder why you can't make decisions or you're emotional trader, right? These are 12 trades. One of them was a break-even trade. This minus 100 one was in profit. Some of these L's were in profit as well. So this is what my last month looks like on gold. Only XAUSD, taking trades. Now, what do you notice? It's not like I've won a lot. It's not like I won more. What's my win rate here? It's not like my win rate is 90%. I've literally won, like, it's 50%. Look at my win rate. I have the same amount of losses as I have wins. You can have a good win rate. You can have a good win rate. You could be an 80%, 90% trader, but maybe the second you lose a trade, that's when you spiral. This isn't even, like, most people think you need to win every trade or have an 80, 90% win rate in trading. You don't. If you notice here, I've lost as many trades as I won in the last month. Funny enough, I took most of these positions live with you guys as well on the live streams. That's what I mean. Some of you guys haven't even seen these trades because you haven't been on the lives. Like, I've taken a good amount of these on live streams with you guys. So, I mean, it's not about winning 80, 90% of your trades, or it's not about being right all the time. Like, it's not about having that I need to be right. You know, I need being right, right? Like, that's not what it's about, right? If you can lose 2,500, 4,000, 3,000 X amount on trade, but make 27,000, 13,000, 9,000, right? So it's having the ability, to just let your winners run, hold your trades. Like, that's why you guys got to keep coming on these sessions, because it's not just one thing for everyone. I interviewed a student today. Like I said, I interviewed a student today who made $20,000 this week. You know what he said? He said, when I first started trading, I started trading with my friends. But shortly I realized was they weren't the people cut out for this. They quit. He said, I started trading with my friends, but he said his friends quit. And he realized everyone's different. Everyone has different risk management. Everyone has different ways they manage their trades, different emotions, different, psychology at the end of the day, different discipline, different stress levels even, right? So he even agreed, like, he was like, trading's not necessarily, he was like, for me, trading's not a team sport. It's just me versus me, the person that I look in the mirror. That was his exact words. His exact words were, yeah, being in a community is great. Trying to help everyone out is great. But he said, it's me versus me. He says, I look myself in the mirror and say it's me versus me. And I was like, I agree with that, because I realized early on into my trading that it's not a team sport. I have to really be self-reliant on developing the skill set for myself. When I first started trading, I had people that I looked up to. I had guys online that I looked up to, but I didn't want to rely on them. I was like, I don't want to rely on this person. He's not going to be here 10 years from now, 20 years from now, probably. I don't know. Who knows, right? So that was my mindset when I first started trading, was I want to be self-sufficient. And you'll hear from the interview, that's how he is, right? He made 20,000 this week. That's impressive. Now I have like almost 10 students who are on their way to, like, just in the last year, I've helped almost 10 students get to 6 figures just in the last year. That might not seem like a lot of people, but that's 10 people who are just average people making a regular job salary. Now they're getting close to 6 figures, right? Just from practical information, right? I've had a few students now that have already reached six figures. Some are on the way. It's pretty impressive to see. And they did it under a year. This guy's having $20,000 weeks now. He started 6 months ago. 6 months ago. He started 6 months ago. He's been trading 2 years. Some of you guys don't even come on the sessions and you're looking for results. Like, some of you guys don't come on these sessions and you want to be a six-figure trader. That's backwards. Like, some of your guys' goals are here. Like, your goal is six figures, millionaire, this. But your work ethic is here. You're not showing up. For the last 6 months, this guy has been showing up every single day, every single session. Hasn't missed one session since he started. What does that tell you? That's the difference between someone getting these results and someone who's stuck. It's showing up, putting the work in. Because the people that have the results are showing up consistently. Like Christian, for example. I think there's like 3 Christians, one with a K and one with like a C. The Christians here. That's the difference right there. That's the breaking point. Yeah, Nino. No daily draw. Just a max drawdown. You fund it as a max drawdown. Yeah, fuck that Nino guy. Fuck, that guy's the biggest scammer. People ask me if I hang out with him. Like, no, bro. I used to just buy some crypto off of him if I had cash. Like, that was it. Fuck. He said he was my mentor. That guy said he mentored me. Like, bro, dude, that guy did not know how to trade. That's one thing. Like, that guy said he mentored me. That guy preaches that he was my mentor, bro. There's no daily. There's a max drawdown. There's a max drawdown on you funded. It's just a max drawdown. No day. Maximum drawdown. Like maximum drawdown. There's a maximum drawdown. We're gonna be ripping it, rolling it. Gold was pretty nice last week. If you were on the last stream I did last week, I literally called out a gold buy. Gold's probably going to set up for more buys next week. But last week, probably one of the easiest setups was right here on gold. I made $9,000. So where is it? $9,745 on this trade. I'll show you the trade. It was buying here around like 4,045 area here. Is exactly where I was buying. And like this candle area, you could see actually a really simple setup here. I still have it all marked up. I'll remove the drawings real quick, but if you look, I was buying gold. The last trade I took last week was buys right here. So I was actually buying gold here. This is how the market was looking. We started getting some rejection on the 4-hour. As you can see, this 4-hour candle came to a nice area where there was resistance here. This was a simple setup that I think any trader could have spotted. If you have the basics down, you know the technical analysis. Any trader could probably identify something like this if you're, past the basics. I mean, if you just started trading yesterday, identifying things takes time to, train your eye. But even if you just started trading like recently, you should still be able to understand this. Right? Every trader should be able to understand this that's been trading for at least a little bit now. So I was buying gold, expecting like it to push up here. Right? I was expecting like a push up to like 4,100. You can see this area here where you had resistance to the left, resistance to the left. You have 2 touches there in the same identical area, right? Boom, right there. 1 touch, 2 touch, right there. You can see that area that I highlighted. How you have multiple touches in that area. That's the area I was buying. And this trade right here, I'll zoom in on it. Or is it? You can see I closed at, I had a TP at 4101. I literally closed it there. I have to click. Oh man, because I don't take one. Like I'll stack my entry on this. I'll add to my entry. But yeah, this was it. 9,745. I got out at 4101. I got out of at 4101. That's up here, just a little bit above 4,100. You can see that whole number, $4,100 psychological level on gold. That's where I ended up getting out. But the setup was pretty simple to spot, kind of in the moment. And I did it on a live stream too. Like I actually saw this when I was on a live stream. But basically, nice little area there. Nice structure too as well with the chart. If you look at the structure, it's pretty clean. You have this low. You have this high. And after that, you're getting a retracement. So one thing you notice on this chart, guys, like there is an important thing on this chart. What is it? There's one thing that's actually super important on this chart. Do you guys notice what that is? There's an important characteristic on this chart as well. When you're looking at it, understanding something here. I'm gonna go over it, but I want to see if you guys know. Maybe probably some of you guys know. Some of you guys should. There's an important thing here on this chart actually. If you're not a part of the inner circle, I would lock in because the next 60 days, you might miss out on a good amount of sessions because I'm going to be here on YouTube, but going to be streaming in the inner circle a good amount. So if you're not a part of the inner circle, make sure you lock in, book a call with me today. Book a call, get locked in. I just put the link in the chat. There's links in the chat if you guys want to join, register, apply to the inner circle. I just opened up the funnel again. I just turned everything on. For those who want to join and apply, you can apply. Now everybody can officially apply again. We've been just reaching out to people who've been DMing. I did a couple one-on-one calls recently with some people as well, but we have like 10 to 20 slots open for those who actually want to apply and join and take it serious. We just opened that back up for anybody who actually wants to apply and join, but book a call with me today if you want to join, if you're not a part. What's the one thing you guys notice? Nobody notices it? Anyone say in the chat? Let me see. Anyone say? BOS and head and shoulder. Yeah, you can see a bit of a head and shoulders, break of structure, yeah. I mean, I would say it's the right answer. It's not the answer I was looking for, but yeah, there's more stuff I'm going to show too. That's the right answer, but that's not the answer I was looking for. We have that, let's see. You have the engulfing candle here. So you have this engulfing candle. This is engulfing candle. It's that candle, this engulfing candle here. Market rebalances it. Right, you retrace 50% of that. Usually engulfing candles will get retraced, especially when they're like that. Like 50% of the candle. If we were to put a 50% mark on the Fibonacci, right, you could see if we were just to go body to body, we're getting like 50% of it rebalanced. Engulfing candles like that are unique. I don't say unique, but significant more. That's the word, significant. They mean something, not unique. I would say that's more like of a significant type of candle to see on the chart, especially with the structure as well, especially with how the market structure is at that point. You have that engulfing candle there. So it basically gives you like a good point of reference that could hold. It's like this candle is strong. It's a strong candle that should hold the market. The market ends up fully retracing that. And I mean, you almost get like a 61.8 retracement from the high to low, but that engulfing candle is pretty important because like if you look at the price action before, there's some structure, but then market just pops up, creates this high with one single candle, this one pretty big engulfing candle here, and then we retrace it. So like this is a good entry area because you're also getting a rejection candle on the 4 hour. So you're starting to get a rejection candle here, right? It's starting to reject. It's also rejecting around like 4,050. Yeah, it went below 4,050, but it's still around that price. But you're getting a rejection in here. Next candle, you could see ends up probably pulling back a bit. You can see like the next candle. So it's like I might have been thinking buy at 4,050 originally with how this is setting up, and you could see how 4,050 ends up holding. And then from there, you go up, you continue more up, you end up smacking 4,100. NFP came out, and that was it. Now look what the market's doing at this point. This is where like you have to really understand gold to take trades like this, because okay, there's this trade here, which is the one I'm showing here, which went up. Nice move. Good area to be buying in. Now, for the next trade, like for this, you could have took a buy here. Now, this trade is where you got to like really understand gold and maybe see these things happen more often. Because if you look, you have $4,100 here. Engulfing candle. One person said the engulfing candle. This could have been maybe another setup, like probably on a smaller time frame now. If you look at this point, there's like structure being formed now. You can see like the waves here. There's actual structure here now. And notice how we're like above $4,100. We could even probably take our moving averages here. And yeah, we're even like above those moving averages as well. Where's the moving average? I want to put... Lost my voice. Holy, it's annoying. Look at those. We're even like above those moving averages, getting like significant crossover. This is like those. This is a type of setup I like seeing on gold. It's like break and retest, continue with momentum, whole number, rejection. Like you could have had the trade I took, which was here that I just broke down and showed you guys like on the 4 hour. That would have been an amazing trade. Even if you didn't catch that trade, or possibly another trade, like understanding just some basic stuff like structure, momentum. See, like gold pushes up, breaks above $4,100, makes a high. So it's like you get that break up, you get that retest down, continuation up, possibly, you know, with that momentum. But this is like a textbook thing that I like to see on gold. Look, whole number, $4,100 right there. You can see another engulfing candle here that breaks above $4,100 actually. You got another engulfing candle there that breaks above 4,100, creates a high, comes back, retests 4,100. Type in the chat if you know what whole numbers are. Type in the chat if you know what whole numbers are. Maybe most of you guys do. I would expect most of you guys probably do, unless you're new here. If you're new here, you might not know what whole numbers are. Whole numbers really matter with gold. They're really important. One of the blueprints we focus on with gold is understanding whole numbers, having a good understanding of round numbers, whole numbers with gold, because gold reacts very, very well to whole numbers. That's round numbers ending in 0, 25, 50, 75. So these levels are often where institutions place their orders, and they serve as key support or resistance areas. So these really, really matter with gold because gold is a high volatile pair. So these whole numbers provide basically psychological price points where traders and institutions' algorithms will naturally set orders. These levels act as magnets for price. You'll often see price bounce or reverse at these zones. So look, I wrote this blueprint back in January of 2025. Damn. That's when gold was in the 2600s. So there's two types of whole numbers. There's the really strong, there's the key price levels. So key price levels is what I call them. And then there's scalping and day trading. I don't know, did I write blueprint? I wrote blueprint, and I didn't even edit it. I think I kept it on purpose as a joke. I wrote blueprint. Oh no, that one says blueprint. That's funny. It said blueprint. I knew it said that, and I left it. There's two types of key levels, or I would say whole numbers with gold, because there's key price levels. Those are the ones that end in 0, 25, 50, 75, key price levels. And then there's scalping and day trading levels. That's every $10 to $5. So there is a difference. There's a difference between the two in terms of style. I would say there is a major difference between the two in terms of style, approach, frequency, the frequency of it too. Every $5 to $10 would be more scalping. I would say really scalping trading, right? Scalping, day trading more style, which is more frequent reactions every $5 to $10 versus every $25, 0, 25, 50, 75. If you're new to this and don't understand this and you want to trade gold, like if you want to be a gold trader, you got to understand this stuff. If you want to be a gold trader, this is some of the key stuff you need to understand about gold, and you need to master it. Honestly, this is a huge part of mastering gold. This is something you want to spend time with understanding. There's one thing understanding stuff, like, okay, I get it. It makes sense. I understand that theoretically. It makes sense. My brain can process it. But then there's mastering it. There's like really understanding it when it comes down to like spending time with that understanding, back testing things and forward testing things after they happen, seeing things after they happen. So for example, if you notice here, here's a 50 level. If you notice right here, we have $4,100, which is a level ending in zeros. So gold, it does respect, and it does really like those levels that end in zeros, 50s, 25s, 75s. If you look here, for example, you can see how right at 4,100, And it's not random, right? It's not random to me. Like that price is like rejecting there at $4,100 and then it drops down. It's a good price where these types of reactions happen. This is classic textbook stuff with gold right here. $4,100 key level. Boom, market ends up ripping off of that. Like those types of trades, if you can wait for this type of stuff to line up, you can catch some good trades. Like imagine buying here. Like that had a lot of potential. Like, you know, depending on stop loss size, this could have been, look at like, you know, like this could have been like a big potential. Even if the stop loss was down here, you know, still could have been good potential trade right there. That's the types of trades you want to take right there. Or you want to be taking sells like right here or after there. These are the types of trades you want to be taking on gold and waiting for like good rejections, good confirmations, clean ones, right? I took the buy right here, and the thing is, I went over it live, like I called it out live on a stream. I was taking buy in here on gold. So like, I mean, these are like the types of entries you want to be trying to collect, register with gold, and hold them. Hold numbers can help provide really good entry zones, entry areas. Gold looks like it wants to go up now. Everyone was panicking that it was crashing, but look now we might be reversing and maybe trying to go up to like 4,300 or maybe $4,300, because when you look at it, look at 4,000. I said 4,000 was gonna hold. See, I did say $4,000 was gonna hold. I told you guys we should hold 4K every day last week. And when I was wrong in the moment. There was a moment I was wrong, and everybody said, "Oh, Evan, you're wrong." See, you can be wrong early, but now I look like I was freaking. Go watch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sessions, and I was literally saying every day, I think we're gonna hold this level. Like, I'm not looking for sells, but when it went below 4K, when gold went below 4K, oh my gosh, was I ever a? You're wrong, Evan. What are you doing? Why aren't you taking sells, bro? Gold went under 4K last week. I said all last week it should hold 4K. All last week I said, okay, 4K is a good buy for gold. It went under 4K. When it went under 4K, everyone was saying, bro, why aren't you selling? Bro, it's clearly a bearish trend market. I'm like, cause I'm not trying to sell low. You know, I'm not trying to sell low on the chart. Realistically, I don't do that. And bro, like the reaction I got when I was wrong a bit early, but at the end I ended up being right. Notice that. Like I said last week, Sunday, Monday, or Monday too, when I went live every day last week, I said we're gonna hold this level. I said we were at the weekly level, right? Gold went under 4K, and man, when it did that, people were hitting me up. People were talking about me saying, bro, why aren't you selling? It's clearly a bearish trending market. Like, it's obviously dumping. And I'm like, bruh, all right. Now look, like, damn, you know? I get so much criticism at times. It's funny. And then I end up whipping out almost a $10,000 trade afterwards. I lost, so I'll show you last week, for example. Let's go last week. Look at last week. So I lost 2 trades. This is called risk to reward. So I'm going to teach you guys something about risk to reward right now. If I can risk 2,500 to make 10K, bro, if I held this, wait, I got it at 4,100 as well. Remember, I got it at 4,100. Look where it's at right now. I would have made, so 50, would have been up 18, 19, 1. Would have been up around 20. If I was still in it, I'd be up 20K right now. Shit. 20, probably a little bit above 20. That's what you call risk to reward. So if I can risk 2,500 to 3K, but make 10K or more, this trade had way more potential too. Look where I got out at. I got out at 4,101. I had 1.7 lot size. Oh, I'm just under 2 lots, 1.7 lot. So I added to this position when it was going up. I added to it. Like I added to my entry. It didn't change the entry position that much because I already had like, I think 1.2 lots. So I'm pretty sure I had like 1.2 lots. And then when I was in profit, like $4,600, $5,000, I added to the entry and it didn't change the entry point that much. On here, the way you can trade, like you can add to your entry on here. So I'll start an entry small on this. I actually usually start my entries small on this and then like wait for more rejection, wait for more confirmation. If I really feel good about it and I see prices going my direction, I'll add even to my entry to make the size more, and it won't change the entry too much if I'm not adding too much, but I'll add like a little bit. I think I got to show that one day live. I didn't record it, but I got to show that one day live when I'm in a trade so you guys understand more. But yeah, gold, we're probably going to go up. Look at, we got a nice little pin bar. You know, look at the wick rejections there last week. I'm thinking next week, wait for retracement down. Wait for retracement down next week. And then keep looking for buys, I think, on gold. Personally, from now, I think we're going to go up. I think gold is going to go up a lot soon. Might shock some people. If you look at last July, gold actually bottomed out last end of June. So if we actually look at gold last year, June, we bottomed out here. We were consolidating, but June going into July, you can start to see it start to slowly grow. And then August, September, October. If you go look at gold, I think 2 years ago, same thing. Let's find like end of June, kind of where we are right now in the markets. There we go. I put July 1st there. I put like end of June, July 1st. If you look at gold last 2 years, what do you notice? So 2024, 2025, end of June going into July. So I mean, this session, this is a fire session. You're getting a lot of info on this session. Anybody who doesn't watch this session, that's the thing. This session's public. The people that are here are getting the info. I'm never going to talk about this stuff again. This is the last time I talk about it. We're never talking about this again. Last 2 years, I'm looking at the chat on my phone. Oh. Good morning. Tony Gold. I'm going to change my name to eCabs Gold. What settings do you use for EMAs? Aren't you in the inner circle? Check the moving average videos. Go rewatch the moving average videos. I think I talk about the settings in there. Which sessions can you share the link? I shared this in Telegram. I'll share in Telegram Discord, but make sure you're inside the inner circle so you get all the sessions. All right. I think after this 60 days, I don't like, we might just, if it goes good, I think the next 60 days will be great. I haven't done this in a while. People have been asking me to do this for a while, like do live trading again. Because I think it was like last February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I was doing a lot of like live stuff. So I'm going back to doing that again. It's going to be fun. It's going to be dope. We'll learn a lot. We'll see a lot of things on gold. Can't wait till my voice is back to normal. But which sessions? They'll be like, just make sure you're in Telegram. Make sure you're in Discord. I'll drop the Telegram link in the chat if you're not a part of the Telegram. I have a public Telegram. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that public Telegram link in the chat real quick. That's pretty much where I like update a lot of things, like when I go live and stuff. I'll put a Telegram link in the chat. I just put in the chat. EMA right there. EMA, moving average. Tony Gold, yo, Tony Gold. Yo, that's hilarious. That's a hilarious post. Wait, can I even log in? That's funny. You see Jake Paul's Instagram post today? Can I even pull that up? That's funny. That's hilarious. I wonder if it'll let me. That's actually hilarious. America. Yo, that's funny. Yo, that's actually hilarious. Jeez. That's actually jokes. That's actually funny. I literally just saw that on my phone. That's actually hilarious. America. That's jokes. Yeah, if you look at gold the last 2 years, and I mean, the last 2 years have probably been the craziest 2 years of my whole trading career. Thank you, Donald Trump. Like, thank you, Trump. Volatility is a great thing, but it's also a double-edged sword at times. Trump really brings the volatility, let's say. Donald Trump has definitely been an interesting character. Hey, man. I don't know. I'm not going to say my opinion, but like, I had a much stronger opinion on him before the elections, but like, I don't know, man. There's been some interesting things. Who knows what's what anymore. So what do you guys, Joe Biden, it's like Joe Biden wasn't that bad after all, man. Not gonna lie. Like, if we think about it, like low key, like Joe Biden wasn't that bad after all, right? Trump made like $2 billion on crypto. So thanks, Trump. If he didn't make $2 billion, because remember, like, he launched a meme coin. His wife launched a meme coin. Bro, he fucked us over with that shit, man. He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to launch a meme coin. That just made everything just go everywhere. There was a meme coin mania phase. I don't know if any of you guys remember. We called it meme coin. It was called the meme coin mania phase, leading up to when Trump launched his coin. Oh, his freaking wife. Is it his wife? The second, you know, what's her name? Melina? I might throw $100 in Melina for fuck it. You know, like, I'm gonna throw $100 in this or something, like $500. Just this is a YOLO play, yo. You never know at this point. I'll throw like maybe a couple hundred in it as a YOLO play. I call that a high roller play. That's called a high roller. I'll do that. Bro, if you put, oh my God, so that means if you put 10K, you would have like $36. Oh my goodness. 100K investment in Molina would be three. Oh my gosh. I remember that phase, yo. That was bad for the whole ecosystem because so many people started to sell their Ethereum, Solana, and this, and it's like there could have just like because of all these meme coins, there could have just been such a stronger holding with just the regular stuff. Like we don't need all these meme coins all the time. Melina. That's her name, Melina? Who's Avant? I don't even know, man. I'm confused now. Melina. That. I'll throw a freaking. I'll throw something I'm willing to lose. Like high roller. Fucking, you never know. If it goes back, it could be. It's below 10 cents. Oh my gosh. It's literally below 10 cents now. And it's been to what? Like 20. I think it went to like how high did it go? 18, above $20 on Mex. Yeah, wait. Oh, I was on Kraken. What did it hit on Kraken? Let's see. See when this thing. Phew. This is Kraken. Oh my goodness gracious. So I mean, if it's a big if, but that if could play like it's a big if. I'm not saying that with conviction by this like, but you never know when a meme coin season comes along or if when we go back. But damn, 8 cents. I mean, yeah, like maybe it's a big if, and that's what high roller plays are. But that's why high roller plays could potentially go up thousands and thousands of percent. Who knows with that anymore? Holy, but Trump coin, what's Trump coin at now? Trump coin, where is that? That should be like still more like probably up here. Where are we at, Trump? Still in the top 100, $1.74. Jeez. Wow. So 170. I don't know. That's like a high roll. Like that's the definition of a high roller play. High roller, like you want to be low risk because you understand like it's potentially something that could dump. Look, I was looking at it back there. Like it's already dumped. That's the thing. It's like so at this point, it's like if it's either gonna go up or it's like a high roller play. High roller plays to me are like I'm not gonna put money I can't afford to lose and be like, why did I put that amount? Like, but if this were to go back, that could be. I mean, if that's a big if. That's a big if, I think. That's like a big if, but you never know. 3,000% if it goes back up. So, I mean, yeah, if it goes back up, it could be like a 30 to 40x, but, you know, you don't want to be like too convicted by that with your risk. You know, your risk, because you understand it could go to 30, 40x, it's like, let me not put too much in, you know, in case it doesn't. But that would be like, that would be long term still. Who knows with those anymore? Yeah, so Trump profited a lot off of crypto, like billions of dollars, like almost $2 billion he profited. If he didn't do that, we probably would have been in a better situation with like what happened in crypto this past year. But hey, let's thank him for that. Let's really thank him for that. Or they're getting the Clarity Act. So I saw some news about the Clarity Act. I think I just spelled that wrong. Totally. What's going on with the Clarity Act? I saw some news about this today and yesterday on my I think I was just on like Instagram, just scrolling or somewhere. I saw a post. I just briefly looked at it. Congress is moving forward with the Clarity Act. Are you sure? I saw some news on this today and yesterday. Like the last 24 hours, I saw some news on this. So, yeah, maybe Trump dumped the market because Trump's in crypto. Like, believe it or not, Trump is holding a bag of fucking Bitcoin and Ethereum, yo. What's it? Watcher Guru? Go on x.com, follow this account so you can just get like updates. So go on X, follow Watcher Guru. Yo, Canada's out. I saw a bit of that game. Price July 4th, 1 cent, 15. And then it went to 7. So it was good, bad. Good, really good, bad. Good, really good, really good, really good. Went down, went up, went down, went up, went up, went up, went down. So next has to be good. next July 4th, we have to be good then, no? Wait, good price, a higher price maybe than where we are now. Wait. No, I'm just joking, but I don't know. Because, bad, good, compared. Bad, compared to that, good. Bad, good. That was good. That was worse compared to that. Next time it was good. That was worse compared to that. Oh, next time it was close. Well, it was better than that next time. Interesting. That's my thesis. July 4th. Next America's birthday. We're at a higher price. Trump says the U.S. Treasury will now accept donation. The fuck? Wait, what? Why do they need donations? Bro, wait. Nah. Bro. Wait. Trump says the U.S. Treasury will now accept donations of publicly traded stocks to help fund Trump accounts. Why? Like, why? Wait, why? Wait, what? Holy. Bro made like $2 billion on crypto. Rug pulled everyone with his meme coin, made so much money off of that. And then Melina coin, they not only rugged with his coin, Melina coin too, and now they need donations for... The fuck's wrong with this fucking world, man? Bro. Oh, man. Holy. Oh, my goodness. That is something else. Jersey Mike subs. IPO. Looks like there's... So, guys, this is our major IPO this year. Fuck SpaceX. Alright? Fucking Jersey Mikes. They got good subs. Have I ever had a sub? That actually looks like a good sub. I ain't gonna lie. That looks well put together. I would actually eat that. I would eat that sub right now. That looks like a good sub. Not gonna lie, I wish I had that in front of me right now. Yo, so the president needs guys go donate to the U.S. Treasury so you can fund the Trump accounts. Screw, but don't buy crypto. Go donate to the go donate to the U.S. Treasury. Don't buy crypto or stocks. Just buy Trump accounts. Donate. Yeah, U.S. economy adds 57,000 jobs in June, lower than expectations. Boom, boom, boom. That's probably why gold shot up right there. Oh, look at that Meta Planet. I haven't talked about them in a while. Holy. Damn. I haven't talked about Meta Planet in a while. What are they at in the ranks in the Bitcoin treasuries? Let's see. Meta Planet. They now hold, look at this. So Meta Planet holds 43,000 Bitcoin. Okay. These are the top 100. Not all public companies. These are, you got public companies holding Bitcoin. Pretty sure there's more. What about Ethereum? Bitmine, SharpLink, SharpLink, BitDigital, Exodus movement. All right, we got some ETH, public companies, not as much as Bitcoin, but there's also Ethereum ETFs. That will grow over the future. But I got it's 209 companies are all, let's see. Some of them are holding no, some of them aren't holding, as you can see. Some of them have like small amounts, literally. Oh, they're holding 2 Bitcoin. Bitcoin held by public companies. Number of public companies. There's even private companies. Private companies holding Bitcoin. Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake. What's Steak and Shake? They hold. What's Steak and Shake? I don't know why that sounds familiar. I spent time in the States, so Steak and Shake. That sounds familiar. They hold Bitcoin. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh, they're holding Bitcoin. Interesting. Steak and Shake. These are private companies holding. You got public companies, private companies. You got government entities. Let's check out government entities. So, America has. So look at who the no one's talking about this war right here. Look at this war. USA versus China. Look at this. It's USA versus China on this. No one's talking about that. USA's holding Bitcoin, China, United Kingdom, Germany would actually be right here Germany would be right here actually. Germany would be number 4. And these would be pushed down. Germany would actually be number 4. Ukraine. ETFs and exchanges. So you got public companies, private companies, etc. You got SpaceX, that's public company now. You got Tesla. A lot of companies on here. That's what I mean. Like, who holds Bitcoin? You know, like who's actually holding it? One thing we like to say is like follow the money. Like, you know, where is the money going? Follow the money. You know, we got a lot of companies. Like we got Tesla. We all know Tesla. Some of you guys might know some of these. Oh, look at who's there. Trump Media. Look who we got here. Look at old Donnie, the orange man. The orange man. Well, you notice United States is really heavy into this. So is China. See a lot of China flags too. You got like good amount of China flags if you notice, like on public companies. A lot of USA there though. A lot of United States overall. It wasn't like this in the beginning of crypto. Like even like 6 years ago, five, like it wasn't like this last bull run. If it was, it would have been crazy. Like things have grown, things have matured. Now you got people openly holding it on their balance sheets long term. And yeah, Congress is moving forward with the Clarity Act. That makes Ethereum the best crypto to buy this summer. Who? This is from Yahoo Finance. This isn't me. Like I'm not saying this. This is from Yahoo Finance, literally. Someone asked about Ethereum earlier on this stream. Yahoo Finance posted this today. So talking about how Congress is moving forward with the Clarity Act. That makes Ethereum the best crypto to buy this summer. Probably going to make some little TikToks about this after the stream. 3-minute read. All right, let's give it a 3 minute. It says it's a 3-minute read. There's still one important piece of crypto legislation that the Trump administration has yet to sign into law, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. If it passes later this year, as expected, it could be a real game changer for the crypto market. While it passes, the Clarity Act will likely lift the fortunes of all cryptocurrencies. What's that? I want to click on that link and see. Oh, no. Okay. There's one that should receive the biggest lift, Ethereum. Here's why. Yahoo's posting this. This is Yahoo Finance. Finance.yahoo. Talking about NVIDIA here. Missed NVIDIA in 2009. This rare signal is flashing again. In 2009, a double down signal flashed for a little known chip maker called NVIDIA for the first time in years. The same total conviction signal is flashing for a company 1/100th the size of NVIDIA. They're talking about Ethereum here, right? Molly full up issues total conviction. Oh, I think they're talking about this too. No, this is something else. This is not talking about Ethereum with this. Talking about another stock. I don't know about that. We don't need that. I want to just Ethereum. Okay, I thought that was part of this. Ethereum's role in decentralized finance, even amid stiffer competition, Ethereum remains decentralized finance, DeFi powerhouse. Facts. It's facts. Even if you don't like the price action, even if you like other projects, it's facts. And based on the key metrics as total value locked, especially with staking, you got to remember Ethereum can be staked. So when you're one of these companies, like let's go here. If you're one of these like companies or ETFs that's using it for staking, you're making revenue. You're actually still collecting revenue in a sense. So Ethereum does have that difference to it in the sense of staking. It has that utility. Staking, that's like the new age dividends for stocks. Think about dividends for stocks, right? That's what staking really is. It's like dividends for stocks, right? We have traditional finance. Traditional finance you have stocks that you hold and you get paid out dividends. I mean, staking is like, to me, the decentralized way of, pretty much like staking is like dividends, like decentralized way of that, the DeFi way of that. There remains Ethereum's share of the entire DeFi market is still more than 50%. No other cryptocurrency even comes close. Facts. In practical terms, this means Ethereum is still the market leader in DeFi. It is the one crypto that Wall Street firms trust the most. ETFs, staking, right? Making it the go-to blockchain for every important new DeFi initiative. Oh man, I suck at pronouncing. Stablecoins, from stablecoins to real-world assets, tokenizations, all lines continue to blur between stuff I already know. I'm illiterate. And that's exactly what the Clarity Act matters so much for Ethereum. It will clarify the rules of the road for banks, corporations, financial institutions, making it much easier for them to embrace the new blockchain, crypto-based solutions. There's just one problem. Interesting. Oh, this is a long story here. The story won't continue. Just think back last summer, as soon as the new Genius Act for stablecoins passed the Senate June, the price of Ethereum began to skyrocket. By the end of the summer, Ethereum was trading at an all-time high. That means Ethereum might not see a rebound until 2027 earliest, but if you're willing to wait, that payoff could be enormous. There's just one problem. However, passage of the Clarity Act is anything but a slam dunk. Yeah. It might be a 3-point shot that they have to do a few times. It might be like a half-court shot, like a couple half-court shots. 50% chance this year. That's based on the fact there simply might not be enough legislative calendar time to get the final vote in Senate. I mean, this is something huge for crypto. That's probably what takes, like they're saying, Ethereum. This is from Yahoo, so this is like, I agree with this. This makes sense. There's also like there's Ethereum holders. There's way more Ethereum holders than Bitcoin holders too. Yeah, that's one thing to note as well. You have I think more overall holders in Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. Did the stream go or what? Is the stream still good? Accepted. My mentor gave me that nickname before we learned about trading. It's fate. That's fun. Oh, really? No way. Tony, wow. That's interesting. Do you see Bitcoin being accepted by more countries worldwide soon? I mean, a good amount of countries I think have accepted it, even smaller ones that aren't listed on this. I'm pretty sure there's even more countries that hold Bitcoin that aren't even on this list, smaller ones though, that I'd see more because you have for example, you have states. So right now in the United States, you have states, even governments, entities trying to hold it. I think there's other countries that have entities inside of those countries. So it's it already is being embraced by countries because you have companies in Switzerland, companies in Brazil, companies in France, entities in South Korea, stuff like that, Argentina, you have entities in Spain, you have entities in Canada. You have these companies that are in these countries, or people, certain things, funds. I even know, like in the United States, you have schools. Like in the United States, there's schools that are even. So it is being accepted, like in a sense of that, by more countries that aren't necessarily like here, like on this balance sheet, like we have here. Where is it? Government entities, right? You do have companies and in Switzerland, for example, Switzerland, right? Or the most innovative country in the world, right? They're holding it, right? In the sense of like maybe there's companies or just like certain things inside of there that are using it or adopting to it. So like the adoption is happening worldwide. I think soon, no, maybe not soon. Maybe in like 2 to 4 years more we'll hop on that. Maybe not as soon as you would maybe expect or want. Like I would say in a couple years, yeah. Because most like entities, big entities, started really getting in. Um, this past like 2 years when BlackRock. So BlackRock was a big part of it. You have BlackRock, the IBIT. So you have BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, ARK Investments. These companies that are really really big, well known, that started accumulating. So you have, for example, see like Switzerland has an ETF right there. Germany, right? UK, Canada, Sweden. You can see some countries here. Brazil, right? Australia. So you do have other other ways where it's like still like globally spread out. In terms of government, though, I think government, that will happen, I think, more towards like 2030, 2028, 2030, like that 2 year span. You'd probably see more added to this list between 2028 and 2030. Because it's like, if these countries are just going to hold it and accumulate it and hold it over time, other countries will eventually have, to follow that. I think going into like 2028, 2030, that 2 years, you'll see it. El Salvador, Ukraine's holding a good amount. Russia doesn't hold any Bitcoin, so Russia has no Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Russia. Wait, Russia. Does Russia have Bitcoin? Let's. Dude, let's see how old this was. So you might be missing someone that apparently is Russia on there. I don't see Russia here, unless. This is from Binance. Russia sees, maybe that is gone now though. Maybe they had to sell it off and use it for the war. Russia, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like there's more. Maybe I feel like, because it might be more than this. To be honest, I feel like there might be more. Gold might go on an end of the year rally though. If you look at the last maybe 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, I think the last 3 years, gold has gone on like an end of the year rally, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, so let's put Where's June? We're in June right now. We're end of June. I mean, we're July. July, ooh, gold ended up dumping, and then September, October rallied. If you look at the last 2 years on XAU, last 2 years have been pretty hectic. It did rally all August, all September to October, the last couple years. Crazy one this time. But if you look at like we started creating a trend, and that's seasonality. That has to do with seasonality. My lips itchy. Oh. Yo, my voice is gone. Last 2 years, gold has rallied like from now until October. From now until October, gold's rallied the last 2 years. Uptrend. Could be something. Could be something. Might have to swing trade gold. I might have to make another account. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make another, because like, if I was gonna hold a trade till October, oof, you know, that's a long hold. I'd need another account for that. Imagine. Yeah, I would need another account. I have 2 now. I didn't trade on the other one last week. Maybe I should use the other one. I just opened another account on YouFunded. Maybe I should use that one as a swing account. Because that would be a long hold. That would be hard. It looks easy. Oh yeah, let's just buy and hold until October, but it's easier said than done. The holding time. I'd rather have, if I was going to plan something like that, I'd rather open another account and try to hold a position. I don't know. If you look at gold, you can study the last 2 years. All right. From now until October, there's been a rally, a strong rally the last 2 years. Very strong. Potentially, like it didn't start fast. Now it started, it was more like September to October. I would say like August, September, October. What is that beeping, man? Something keeps beeping. I just ate a cold French fry. All right. Keep that in mind. Well, I don't know if you missed the beginning of the session. I went over this trade, the $9,700 trade. I would watch the beginning of the session where I was breaking down that trade. That wasn't using the quarter, but it was around the quarter when I had the quarter in mind. That was at 4,050. You could see this rejection candle. So it's like I like to watch for rejection, like using the quarters. I like to watch for rejection in the market. Because I mean, like, one of the entries I went over was right here at $4,100. So here you have $4,100, right? Whoops. So right there you got 4,100. And you could kind of create a resistance there, right? Well, you can see a resistance here, but you could create like a resistance area there. You have like these highs here, and these highs here. So, I mean, this would be like one entry model in the sense of like going with the flow or going with momentum. Because you have like this low, you have a high, you have a low. So at this point, like, you're creating market structure. So a good entry would have been right here, or right here. I'll put the thing. This would have been a good entry, like in here, around here. using market structure, break and retest, understanding like, okay, the market structure is bullish. We're in an uptrend here. We just broke out of that previous resistance to the left. That's more of like going with the momentum, going with the flow. You can see a structure. You can see a structure in the market. You can see a trend that you can go with. You have low, high. So low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high. So you get that pullback. So this would have been like more of like a trending setup going with the flow here. Like, okay, gold's coming back. We're in an uptrend. We have market structure bullish here. Lots of bullish BOSs. You got like bullish breaks of structure here. Bullish BOS, like market shoots up, breaks the highs. But it's like this becomes an entry point because there's a trend behind us. Getting sleepy. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:13. Get a little sleepy. Saturday night. I'm in Colombia. Look what I'm doing on a Saturday night in Colombia. I'm in Colombia right now. You'd think I'd be somewhere else right now, eh? It's okay. I'm going right after this session. I'm going out right after. No, I'm going to bed after this. I'm gonna put a movie on and go to bed. I'm probably gonna watch a little Netflix or a YouTube video. I wonder if there's any good YouTube videos uploaded today or something. What's a good YouTube video to watch? Something funny. I like. I need some. I'm just gonna put on some entertainment before bed. I'm in Colombia on a Saturday night with you. Wait, this is how I'm spending my time with you guys. Saturday night, I'm in Colombia. All the girls are outside. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference. Bum, 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 no, 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 no. I've been there, done that. Yeah, my first time in Colombia was 10 years ago. Yeah, maybe 11, 10 years, like long time ago. Been there, done that. Trust me, been there, done that. If you've seen the things my eyes have seen, I have some stories to tell, but it's kind of like you had to be there to like, yeah, like, yeah, like I couldn't even explain it. Those days are done. I couldn't even relive those days if I wanted to. Like, even if I tried, no, like, you know, no. I'm over that. Plus in Miami, man, Miami's like a Colombia, but just more, Miami's literally like Colombia in a way. Miami's crazy. Miami is insane. That place. People keep asking me if I'm gonna go back to Miami. I got people talking about me in Miami. Like I'm like, people asking me if I'm gonna go back to Miami, and I'm like, probably not. I'm kind of over that. Had that phase. Yeah. Oh man. Oof. If you like. Oh, shit. It's got the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. Shit. Yikes. You don't want to do that, trust. You don't want to do that. I don't even want to explain it. I don't even want to try to explain it. I don't even think I can explain it because it's like you had to be there. You know, I think you had to be there type of thing to understand. Oh, man. Evan, I'll trade in MGC. What's MGC? I don't know what MGC is. I'm confused. Wait, what's MGC? This? Wait, what? This? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Man, I don't know. Wait, MGC. I don't know what that is. Are you talking about the Vanguard ETF? That's what we should have just been buying. That's... Fuck, man. Someone told me to buy this. Someone told me, I saw a post that, like, this is the only thing you need to buy every year or something. It's literally, like, always going to go up, apparently. Apparently, this is always going to go up. Apparently, like, the Vanguard ETF is always going to go up. Apparently, it's like the stock market. Another entry model is, like, reversals or rejection candles. Like, you could sell here, like, here... You could sell at 4,100, right? Like there's a sell there at 4,100, rejection. So like you can use the whole numbers for reversals, or even in trends where there's like a clear market structure. Like if you look at 43.75, here I'll go 4 hour first. So I'm going to remove everything actually and just put 43.75 and 4,000 real quick. So for example, look, like 43.75. Notice how there's a 4 hour bullish close there, 4 hour bullish close at that price. Whereas if we put 4,000, there isn't one at 4,000. Notice how 4K doesn't have. I took an L there. I was buying. I should have waited for the rejection. Notice how 4K, there's no rejection. Whereas 49.75, you have those two rejection candles. I'm gonna wrap it up though. I've been on for like 2 hours now, guys. Gotta get my voice back, man. I'm losing my voice. Need my voice to come back. I lost my voice last night. I went to the soccer game. I watched the soccer game. And yeah, I was just pretty hyped up. Screaming and stuff. Shouldn't have been doing that, man. Shouldn't have been fucking doing that. Honestly. Bro, there wasn't even a lot of... I was just yelling every time something happened. Every time other people were like... Freaking soccer, man. Lost my voice at a soccer game. And I was smoking hookah. The problem was I was smoking hookah at the same time. Smoking shisha, hookah at the same time. Roughed up my voice, screaming at a soccer game. You'll see it in the blog. There's literally a video of me screaming when they scored a goal. Futures gold. Oh, futures gold. Yeah, like a lot of people trade futures here. You could ask in the chat. Like, ask in the chat. A lot of people trade futures here. Like, there's people on Top Step. There's people on funded accounts because Top Step. There's a lot of people using Top Step, which is futures funded. Yeah, a lot of people here use something called Top Step, which is like a futures funded for gold. And on there, it's like gold futures. So yeah, you could still trade gold the same. A lot of people do. There's a good, like I'm talking about like 40-50% of people that come on here use gold futures. Not just like a small percentage, like a good amount of people use futures on here that come on these streams with gold. But yo, guys, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. If you're not a part of the inner circle and you want to join, you want to hop on a one-on-one call with me and you're not a part of the inner circle, check the link in the chats. I put a couple links in the chat already. Make sure you guys are in the Telegram. Telegram links in the chat. If you're not a part of the Telegram, make sure you're in there. I'm going to put the link one more time. I already put the Telegram link in the chat. If you're not a part of the inner circle, make sure you lock in the inner circle sooner than later, because if you want to change your paradigm, if by 2027 you want to be in a different place, I mean, mentally, financially, technically, with what you understand about these markets and your self-belief, even if you just want to become a different person, the way you think about the world around you, and you want to learn more about general life too. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about when we go live streaming, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream tomorrow. We're starting this. Let everybody know. I'm going to be live tomorrow for London session. When we start this, we're going to be starting gold trading sessions Monday to Friday, London and New York session. So it's going to be dope. Make sure you guys lock in. Make sure you guys don't miss any sessions. Trust me, the next 60 days will literally be like 6 months more. I would say more years of knowledge, years of knowledge, years of knowledge. That's the power and the ability I have when I really lock in, when I'm locked in, like when I'm on it, when I'm really locked in and I'm in rhythm. I have the ability with my experience to, make 60 days years of experience. I have that ability after 11 years, hundreds of thousands of hours on the charts. Yes, I have 100,000 hours on the charts, believe it or not. I used to work for a company, and my total clocked in hours for that company was 65,000 hours streamed. So I used to work for a big academy. I streamed 65,000 hours for that academy. It's a lot of time on the charts. So I have the ability to really just make the most of time when I'm really, really locked in, when I'm committed and I'm putting in and I'm showing up. So make sure you guys are with me on this next run, because it's going to be the most. We're going to make the most of it. All right. Make sure you guys are with me. Going to be doing a lot of things every day, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss the next 60 days. You don't want to miss the next 60 days. So make sure you guys are locked in. We start tomorrow. Well, technically today, or no, tomorrow. No, tomorrow technically, because it'll be Monday, London session. Yeah, so it's like, I know market's technically open today, but London session, we start first London session of the week. All right, London session. All right, so we're gonna be live London, New York session daily. All right, make sure you guys are tapped in. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, what time is it? Yeah, 24 hours from now. I'll see you guys literally 24 hours from now. All right, 24 hours from now. I will see you guys, all right? Make sure you guys are tapped in. Make sure you guys are tapped in. All right, I'll see you guys there 24 hours from now. Make sure you guys tap in. You do not want to miss these sessions. There's going to be some crazy trades. We're going to find some crazy trades. We're going to be on every day. London, New York, we're going to find trades. All right? We're going to be patient. We're going to find good trades, good setups. But we're going to be live every day to find enough setups. All right? So I'll see you guys there. Make sure you guys are tapped in. Peace, 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 peace. Check the links in the chat. If you're not in the inner circle, make sure you book a call and you join. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Peace, peace, peace.